guys, I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial for you today, and the look I'm gonna do is this one that you see. I didn't have a plan on what to do when I started, but I knew that I wanted to do a drugstore tutorial using only drugstore products and only drugstore brushes. It doesn't matter if you're studying, if you're working, whatever you're doing, you might not want to spend a ton of money on super expensive makeup when you can find just as good makeup at the drugstore. And the drugstore makeup isn't that bad all the time. Like, it could be really good makeup, so just because it's a low price doesn't mean that it's bad. I do love high-end products, I'm not saying that I don't, but yeah, you could find really good products among the drugstore things as well. So the products that I use today are some of my favorite drugstore products, and they really work for me. They might not work for you, but they really do work for me. Enough talking now. If you want to see how I completed this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm gonna do obviously is use a primer, and I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I have these ones, and they are both from L'Oreal. This one is called L'Oreal Studio Secrets Anti-Shine Mattifying Primer, which sounds good since I can get a bit oily in my T-zone. And the other one looks like this, and it's called L'Oreal Studio Secrets Smoothing Resurfacing Primer. So this one is a bit of more like a mousse. I think I'm gonna try this one because I don't normally use primers that are thick like this. So I'm gonna use that one, and I'm gonna put some on my finger, and I'm just gonna dab that in. On the parts of my face where I feel like my pores are a bit bigger and needs to be a bit more covered. If you're looking for a medium buildable coverage on your foundation, then I would really suggest this one. This is also a L'Oreal product. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation 24 hours. I wouldn't recommend you to wear it for 24 hours, but it's a great thing that it is long lasting if you're working during the day and then maybe going out for dinner later on the same night. So it's a really good thing. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna try to use as many drugstore brushes as I can. I don't know when I will fail, but maybe I won't, but I'm gonna give it a go and do as good as I can. The color I'm using is Vanilla. It's the number 120, and I'm just gonna pump this on the back of my hand if I can. Oh, this is soon empty. Okay, that's a good sign that it's almost gone. Oh my god! Seriously. Put some on the back of your hand, put it on your finger, and then just dab it on your skin. And the brush I'm using is from Sephora, and this brush is called Contour Brush, but I don't see like with contour like this, and it's just a weird contour brush, I feel like, and I really like using it for foundation because it's so big and quite dense, and it's synthetic, so it's really good for, I feel like I was like cross-eyed but I really like this one for foundation because it's really big. As you can see, it almost like covers my whole cheek. Maybe I have a small face or something, I don't know. This brush really makes putting foundation on really quick and really easy. So this is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Concealer in Light. And I'm using this one to conceal underneath my eyes, but also highlight on my eyes. And a bit on the bridge of my nose. Cupid's bow. And some on my forehead. If you do have a really big forehead, you don't have to do this, because that will just make your forehead look bigger. And I really don't have a big forehead, so I'm using this Real Techniques brush. It's their setting brush. Just to buff it in. A lot of people do get oily in the T-zone, and you could use a powder to set your foundation. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm quite oily. This is a really good powder, and a lot of people use this one. It's really cheap, really good, and it really works, so I could really recommend this one. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, and the color I'm using is 001 Transparent. And we're gonna use that with my Real Techniques blush brush, which is kind of big, like huge. If you do have a bigger face, then this would be good for blush, but it's too big for me. Like, it would be all over my highlighter and all over my contour, like if I used it as a blush brush, so I can't do it. But I feel like it's perfect for powders, so that's what I'm gonna use it for. And you do want to focus your powder on your T-zone. And then just really lightly put it on the rest of the face if you have to. Even if you're oily, you might not want to look cakey, so just be careful with that. Just before you powder underneath your eyes, make sure that there is no foundation creasing any hoozy. And I don't switch brush, I just push it together like this so it becomes a bit thinner, and then I just work it in. I'm then gonna do my eyebrows, and I haven't used this one before, so I'm quite excited. And this is the Archery Brow Pencil by Soap & Glory. And it's a 2-in-1 brow filling pencil and brush. And I have the color Hot Chocolate. I don't like to use a color that's too warm on my eyebrows, but I think this works kind of good. I'm then gonna set my eyebrows using the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I'm then gonna move on to my eyes. And I'm gonna use one of my favorite products from the drugstore when it comes to eyes, and it's the Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadow. And I'm gonna use the color On and On Bronze. I'm gonna start off with using my fingers. And then I'm gonna use a Real Techniques base shadow brush to blend it out. then gonna use Mocha from Geek, and I just want to make it a bit darker. This is a clean brush which I'm using to blend these shadows so that we don't get any harsh lines. Have patience if you don't get the desired color, then just keep building and you'll get there soon enough. I'm gonna use this shade, which is called Frappe by Geek also, and for that I'm gonna use a Zoeva Petite Crease brush, and this will be my transition color, and I'm just gonna put this in my crease. I'm just gonna swipe this from outer to inner corner. Yeah, so I'm gonna do kind of the same thing on my lower lash line. I'm first using my Maybelline color thingamajig. Then I'm gonna go in with Frappe and do this to connect your upper and lower part of your eyes. You could go up and down and just make them connected so that they become one and not two. And then I'm gonna take the Mocha shadow on the Petite Crease brush again and just put it really close to my lash line. Okay, so I decided to do one more thing, and that was to put a Geek pigment onto my eyelid. This is the shade Afterglow, just like this, if you want to add some sparkles to the eyes. I'm gonna do some eyeliner, and the eyeliner I'm gonna use is Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Liner in the shade Black. Okay, I'm then gonna curl my lashes. I'm then gonna try out this mascara. It's from Maybelline New York and it's called Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. And when this happens, just leave it, let it dry, because when it's dry you'll be able to remove it quite easy. Just take a Q-tip and then just roll it away. I'm just gonna put something in my waterline, and I think I'm gonna use this Isadora one, Isadora Inliner in 56 Blonde, because I love it. Got so red here now. I'm gonna contour my face a bit, just the tiniest bit, but I'm gonna use this NYX blush in Taupe to do that. The brush I'm gonna use is also from Sephora. This is their cheekbone blush. Cheekbone blush brush, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. To bronze my skin and to highlight, I'm gonna use this sleek palette. This is their contouring and blush palette, and this is the shade Light, because I'm light. For my bronzer, I'm gonna use this brush. This is a Zoeva 101 Luxe Face Definer brush. I'm just putting some down my neck. What the fuck happened here? Like, I'm gonna use this shade to highlight my face. I'm then gonna use a blush, and the blush I'm using is Luminoso from Maybelline. And then, since I'm kind of like shimmery here, shimmery everywhere, I'm gonna do a matte lip, and I'm gonna use a lip pencil. This is from Max Factor and it's called Color Elixir Lip Liner in the shade Mauve Moment. Zoom in a bit, just because I'm generous like that. Could keep your lips matte like this, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of lipstick on as well, because don't want it to feel too dry today. And the lipstick I'm gonna use is from Max Factor as well. This is in the shade Burnt Caramel. I really hope that you liked this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!